algorithm can't determine truth, and it can't determine whether something is actually high quality. Like, I could absolutely produce a video that was plausible, but completely false.
Okay.
And unless you checked, and then, manage the comments to make sure no one called it out, and that would be okay. We saw this with, I'm going to mispronounce this.
Bring it on.
Kurzgesagt. You know that German channel that does animation? Sure, let's go with that. They
amazing channel.
It's lovely. They did a video recently on what would happen if you detonated a nuclear bomb in the Marianas Trench, deepest spot in the ocean.
Yeah.
And their conclusion is not much. You would kill a few fish. You would create a big bubble at the surface.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, not much is going to happen.
It's not like it's going to crack the Marianas Trench in half or anything like that.
But,
cause a huge tsunami.
Right, but they never actually mention it explicitly, but they are calling out a video from a clickbait channel that basically said all that a year or so earlier, and which has millions and millions of views on what is, I think what Carl Sagan would call baloney.
Really?
It's just not, it's wrong. It's not even plausibly wrong. It's not even you misunderstood what was going on here. It's just wrong. And
so straight up a lie at that point?
I don't want to. So lie is a very loaded
because
term.
It like insinuates like intention, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's certainly someone who has not done any fact checking, and while they're not calling that out explicitly, it's replaced the search terms for that. But that video was getting recommended because people kept clicking on it. It was incredibly well produced, so they watched to the end. And I think there's certainly a requirement among the folks who are explicitly doing educational stuff in the space that I'm in and that you're in with your big videos about SpaceX and size of the solar system, everything like that. Yeah, we fact check, but that's not a requirement for getting popular.
Right. It is a scary thing because it's like we all understand that we're kind of just self-regulating here, but because you don't have to, some person just chasing the algorithm trends doesn't care about.
And let's be honest, that's true with Ancient Aliens. That's true with a load of stuff that's on television as well. It's not a unique problem to YouTube, but it is one that it can very easily become a problem. And it can very easily be served to folks who won't know that it's just a bit of a laugh. Although, again, true with Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, I feel like that's becoming a real issue these days with misinformation and whatnot. It's so easy to share misinformation, and it's so much harder to correct that.
I mean, hell, I come from the UK, and we have a lot of tabloid journalism. Like, there is fairly often a correction that you'll see from something that was on the front page of one of the tabloids, and the correction is just in tiny print inside the magazine because that's what they're required to do.
No one clicks on corrections. Or no one picks up papers with based on a correction. Like, oh, they corrected something? I got to find out.
Right. I mean, there was that whole reproducibility scandal in psychology, I think, last year, I want to say.
Reproducibility?
Yeah. Some researchers just trying to reproduce other papers. They just took the exact methodology that another researcher had done and repeated the experiment. And a lot of the times it didn't work. Not to that significance.
Interesting.
Now, how much of that is luck? How much of that is what you call p-hacking, picking the significant results? I don't know. But there is a lot of science out there that is built on shaky ground as well. So it's not unique to us. It's not unique to creators. And all we can ever do is hope that it becomes okay. That the good stuff rises to the top.